because Ian Garry had just lost. And he did lose, as he said, rightfully, to the best pound-for-pound fighter active in the sport right now. Is he the GOAT? We don't know. But Ian Garry typically moves around a lot. This time, he was rather stationary. He was standing right in front of him with his lead arm outstretched, which was a very curious strategy.
And Daniel said, Chael, I'm not sure that the public is aware of the pressure that Islam was under. And he said, this is Daniel talking, one of the few double champions we've ever had, Daniel Cormier, is now sharing his opinion on who he declared to be the greatest double champion ever.
The biggest thing about this fight is that Ian Garry never took any risk, meaning that he never went 1-1-2, 1-1-2, let's clinch, 1-1-2, double leg, 1-1-2, body kick, push kick, you know, jab, jab, jab. Like even his coach was saying, like, put your hands on him. Like, do you plan on hitting him or not? His coach is like, he's right in front of you, you're not doing anything. Because if he made a mistake and engaged in the exchange, that's where Islam Makhachev gets his opportunity to get his hands on him.
I have to start by telling you guys that Ian Garry was so well prepared that he fought about as good a fight as you can against Islam Makhachev. But I try to not judge Islam differently than I do everyone else. But the reality is, there was a lot on this kid tonight. There was a lot of pressure on him to go out there and win this fight.
Michael Bisping praised Ian Garry's incredible conditioning, saying he still looked fresh late in the 5th round, even after pushing Islam Makhachev hard. Bisping believes Garry should have gone for the finish instead of high-fiving, attacking Islam with everything he had in those final moments.
And then high-fiving at the end of the start of the 5th round. It's like, man, you've got Islam tired. You've got him tired. You're still fresh. He didn't look tired at all. The conditioning of Ian was phenomenal. Go after him. Dana said, you know, why not open with a flying knee or something like that? And I kind of agree. You know what I mean? It's like, go out there and look to put it on this guy. Never mind high-fiving him. Say
Israel Adesanya was stunned by Islam Makhachev's control, calling it a completely different level. His reaction says that all Islam kept dominating the moment, and Adesanya couldn't believe what he was watching. He even urged Islam to keep moving and continue showing why he's one of the best.
He just held it. He's like, nah. Activate back. Oh! Fire! Oh, this is levels.
Sean O'Malley went crazy as Islam Makhachev started cracking Ian Garry, shouting that he had predicted it. He couldn't believe his call was coming true, watching Islam take control and put Garry in serious trouble early in the fight.
That could have been bad, Mike. Oh! Islam just kicked Ian! I said that would never happen! I literally said that it would never happen! I literally called it! I literally said that. Oh my God! He's cracking him! He's cracking him! Oh my God! I literally called this! 2 minutes, I literally called this! Holy Halbert!
The Wade Concept reacts after UFC 330, where Islam Makhachev retained his welterweight title against Ian Garry. He calls it a very close and emotional fight with some controversy, but says the decision wasn't a robbery and believes Islam deserved the victory.
Right after UFC 330 has ended, and oh man, people are emotional. People are losing their minds because Islam Makhachev has retained his welterweight championship over Ian Garry, and honestly, it was a close fight. It was a fight that has have some controversy to it, a little bit, but not in the way that makes you say this is some kind of robbery, not in a way that makes you think.
Daniel Cormier reacts to Islam Makhachev's historic victory over Ian Garry at UFC 330. After 5 intense rounds, Islam retained his welterweight title in a closely contested fight, leaving DC impressed by his elite control, composure, and championship-level performance.
Guys, it was a massive week from Philadelphia. UFC 330 absolutely delivered. And as you know, before the sun even come up, I'm out on my way back to California, and I cannot wait. But my live reaction from Octagon side will be live at 12 p.m. Eastern /9 a.m. Pacific at my YouTube channel. Islam did it again. He now has the record for most consecutive wins in the UFC's history.
Dana White says Ian Garry had a huge opportunity in the 5th round. Islam Makhachev looked damaged and tired, while Garry appeared fresher. Dana believes Ian should have shown more killer instinct and attacked aggressively for the finish instead of showing respect. It's a moment Garry may regret.
I think that Ian is a talented guy. If he had even an ounce of killer instinct in that 5th round, you know, he had been beating him to the body. Islam's whole, I think, right side was beat up. His face was beat up. You don't come out and hug and shake hands in the fight. That shit drives me fucking crazy when there's so much at stake. And there's also, you know, a lot of mental, you know, gamesmanship, whatever you want to call it in this game. You come out in that 5th round with a flying knee or something crazy and you try to finish the fight. I think that this is one of those fights that Ian will go back and watch and say, fuck, wish I could do that over again. You know, that's how I felt. But on the Islam side, Islam went out, you know, it's the complete opposite now. Against a bigger, strong, rangy guy who has good takedown defense, controlled him, shut him down. I don't know if he was in his head, and Ian felt like he had to come out and shake hands in the 5th round or whatever, but, you know, Islam did exactly what he needed to do to win that fight.
Demetrius Johnson believes the fight could have been very different if Ian Garry had been more offensive. Whenever Garry attacked, he landed clean shots, but he simply didn't do it enough. Johnson says Garry's defensive approach helped him stay fresh, but it also allowed Islam Makhachev to control the fight.
The fight would have been different if Ian Garry would have been more offensive, because the more offense that he is, the more offense he puts out there, the more Islam has to worry about. Each time Ian Garry was offensive, he was landing shots, but that was the problem. He wasn't offensive enough in order to make a difference or in order to zap Islam Makhachev's gas tank.
Chael Sonnen says Islam Makhachev has proven himself as the best across 2 weight classes, but Ian Garry revealed something important. While Garry didn't expose a clear weakness, he showed that Islam's aura of invincibility may have a crack. Now Chael believes Islam versus Michael Morales has suddenly become a very interesting matchup.
And has Islam proved that he's the best? Yeah, at 2 different weight classes, he sure has. And the 2 weight classes changes all the numbers of all the guys that he was trying to surpass tonight. Changes everything when you're doing it multiple weights. Are we certain nobody can beat him? Are we certain there's not a way for somebody to beat him? No. No, Ian Garry did not poke a hole in the boat of Islam's invincibility aura, but he showed that one might exist.
MMA analyst Joey pushed back against criticism of Islam Makhachev versus Ian Garry, arguing that fans who called the fight boring were overlooking the technical level on display. Joey described the matchup as a high-level chess match between 2 elite fighters, praising the strategy, grappling, positioning, and patience shown throughout the contest. He also criticized fans who expect every MMA fight to be a non-stop slobber knocker, emphasizing that high-level mixed martial arts is about much more than wild exchanges and knockouts.
And I just can't believe there's people out there like, this fight was boring, Islam's a crotch sniffer. You're a fucking casual. Go watch WWE. Like, I just want to see a slobber knocker, bro. Give me a slobber knocker. I want Islam to Batista bomb him, or maybe a Stone Cold Stunner. You're a casual. Go watch BKFC. Go watch WWE. If you don't want to see mixed martial arts, you're a crybaby. It actually drives me nuts because I really enjoyed this fight. I mean, seeing 2 guys at arguably the peak of their game play a high-level chess match in one of the best fights of the year, in my opinion, was something to behold. You can say, oh, well, Garry didn't throw enough and Islam didn't do enough on the ground. This was incredibly high level. This was such a high level that we don't see very often because the fans are just like, we want a slobber knocker, man. Give me a Stone Cold Stunner or a rock bottom or maybe even a people's elbow. You had Islam at one point dunk Garry on his bald spot, or at least try.
Islam Makhachev has made his plans for his next fight clear, revealing that he wants to return to the octagon before Ramadan, with January appearing to be a key target. At 34 years old, Makhachev emphasized that he doesn't want to waste time between fights, especially since he isn't dealing with major injuries or a difficult weight cut. He added that he only needs to check on his nose before getting back into action, signaling that the UFC star is eager to fight again as soon as possible.
Are you looking to be able to fight 2 times next year after Ramadan?
Bro, we have to fight before Ramadan, 100%.
Before Ramadan, okay. So you're shooting for January.
Of course. January, end of the year, we have to fight.
Maybe even the end of this year?
Yeah, because I'm not like 20-somethings. I'm 34 years old, and I have to fight soon as possible because I'm not cut much weight. I don't have like any big injuries, just have to maybe double check my nose. That's it.
Islam Makhachev opened up about Ian Garry's unusual interactions during their fight, revealing that Garry appeared to be friendly between rounds, including touching his head, attempting to hug him, and even high-fiving him before the 5th round. Makhachev admitted that he found the behavior unusual, explaining that although he respects all of his opponents, a fight is ultimately a competitive battle where both fighters are expected to treat each other as opponents inside the octagon.
It seems like between every round, Ian was saying something to you, kind of trying to give you a hug, touching you on the head. Beginning of the 5th round, he high-fived you. Dana White said he hates that. He wished you guys would just...
Bro, I don't understand, man. This is the fight. This is not something we have to, like, hug each other every round, you know? We're going to war to broke the face, to broke the eye, you know? That's why I respect all my opponents. But Jan, I don't know, he respects too much.
Islam Makhachev's historic win over Ian Garry has sparked huge reactions from UFC stars and fighters. Daniel Cormier, Israel Adesanya, Sean O'Malley, Demetrius Johnson, Dana White, and Chael Sonnen all shared their thoughts, breaking down Islam's dominance, Ian's missed opportunities, and what this fight could mean for the future. If you enjoyed these reactions and want more UFC breakdowns, fighter reactions, and the latest MMA updates, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next big fight reaction. Thanks for watching.